One of the US Congress members has said enough is enough. Nigerian government should stop deceiving themselves that the only solution is to make Biafra a sovereign nation. Let them go and let Nigeria be at peace. This is a US Congressman. Southern of Sokoto and Sheogumi is crying again. Nigeria is a sovereign nation and US should not interfere. The Biafran evangelists, they're always crying as usual. What do you have to say concerning the statement that was made by a US Congress member, Fares Wali?
Yeah, Fares, may God bless you. Walid, may the Lord bless you. And God will continue to bless you that are in the Congress that are standing up for this mandate that God has commissioned in you people's time, in you people's hand, and in your own people's time. And God will bless you and bless your family. That you are not joining or partnering with all those ones that are collecting bribe to die off the truth. The light will continue to shine in your path. What the man has said is the pure truth under Joe Biden. This thing started when Donald Trump in 2020, in 2019, thereabout, when Donald
Oh.
Trump, first of all, in his first tenure in the office, when he called late Muhammadu Buhari, he called him a ghost, a walking corpse.
Trump.
Yes, Donald Trump called Nigerian president walking corpse. Say he's a dead walking man. And truth is dead, walking, yet walking. Of course, I don't deny what he said. Most of them have information better than me and you. And the information, even if there is it, Nigerian media will not give it to you regarding to Biafra. No, no, no. Any issue about Biafra, they don't talk it, they don't discuss it. So as a result of Donald Trump's interest regarding to Biafra, and that was the period, the season, the year, the time that Susie Willie, the COS under Donald Trump now, that's when that woman was working with Mazen Abdekano regarding to the issue of Biafra. So the woman knows much about Biafra than most of the people of the Biafrans. You understand? You see why I'm not surprised. All this thing that is pushing that, the congressmen are pushing because somebody is already aware. And so many, the person that is aware is in a position to create the room for that matter to be pushed in a right channel. So when they now saw where Donald Trump is going, because Donald Trump warned Buhari as at that time that he should stop killing Christians. And that was why that the Nigerian government, an Arab nation, with the former president of America, the headmaster of Al-Qaeda, no other person than Obama, connived together to bring Joe Biden and play their criminal politics to remove Jonathan and plant in Buhari, and in which they connive again to remove Donald Trump and plant in Biden so that they will continue, which Biden did not win that election, because the Georgia controls most of the 50% of American results. You understand? Georgia nation in America, you see that Georgia state controls 40 to 50% of American results, with Donald Trump dominated. But they play the game as usual, the way they play it in Nigeria against Donald Trump. And that was what made Donald Trump to say, no, I want the election and I want to continue. Before, at the end of the day, one or two person like Putin and Co. called him and talked to him. He calmed down in order for him to continue. And do you know why they did that? Because of this genocide that Nigerian government is denying on daily basis. Bianco Juku is denying on daily basis. The other one that called himself Bishop Coker and the likes of them are denying on daily basis. And it's going on daily, every minute, every second. People are going down in Nigeria. Christians. The Christians I'm talking about is no other Christian than Biafrans. We constituted 99% of Christians in Nigeria. So when I mean Christians, you should know that the Biafrans are the one paying this sacrifice. The blood of our sisters, our mothers, our brothers, our friends, our loved ones, our children is flowing on the daily basis in the hands of these Fulanis terrorists Nigerian government sponsoring and packaging and partnering with them. Because you see them with the Nigerian army, Nigerian police, you see them working together. Are you hearing me? So, my beloved brother, what the man is talking about is exactly what is happening. The only solution is Biafra to stop this killing in Nigeria. Faris, may God bless you and may God bless every one of you in that Congress. That is why when they play that game and remove Donald Trump, and being it that Nigeria, that God have already decided to visit his people. In the book of Exodus chapter 3 verse 7, he says, surely I have seen the affliction of my people, which the tax masters of Pharaoh is doing to them. And I have come down to do what? To deliver them, says the gospel. And that is exactly what is playing now. God now decided to bring Donald Trump back in order to finish what he wants him to finish regarding to the case of Biafra. You see why Donald Trump will return back with a massive vote, uncomparable vote, undeniable vote, a vote that can never be covered because the margin was much. And if you watch during that time, Nigeria never supported Donald Trump, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and co. But they cannot stop what God has destined him to. And that is why, thank God that God, allowed this set of congressmen to be in the power, to be in the Congress House. This kind of people who have the fear of God and who have the Spirit of God, who have respect for God. Do you know how long they have been silencing Biafran voice? Do you know how long they have been covering issues of Biafra? Do you know how long they have been, manipulating and caging, oppressing and subduing Biafran matter before this people? But glory be to God that today, which is now, that they can no longer. But finally today, God has decided to have these people in the Congress because the time has come for our voice to be heard, for our freedom to be given, for us to go back home and rebuild Jerusalem. Because our land is Jerusalem. And the Bible said in the book of Naaman took permission to go back and rebuild Jerusalem. So that is what we are going now. We want to go and build our own Jerusalem, which is what? Biafra. And I thank God that Fares and Co. May God bless you that you people are in this form now. And God bless Donald Trump, whom the Lord has brought given the second opportunity so that he can use him to give us, to fulfill this mandate that God has given in his son.
A Biafran agitator said, Agekuone Yarione, I don't know as they say they talk him. He said, what a slap on the Igbo face, because Obi Onitsha celebrated his 80th birthday in Lagos State, left the community he's ruling, Onitsha, to come and celebrate it in Lagos State. Biafran evangelist, this is coming out. Is it the Igbo people that are doing themselves, or what do you have to say concerning
My
this?
beloved brother, let me tell you something. During the war, the Onitsha people never joined us. And that is what the Obi of Onitsha is displaying again, giving us an attitude again. Onitsha has been always the people that always separate themselves, feel as if they are not Igbos, but they still speak that language. It's quite unfortunate that they are misbehaving. They don't know their left from their right. They are just like this chameleon. Up to today, they are still calling us Igbo. Onitsha people are these people, this set of people that was chased away with the then gun by the Portuguese in Benin. They are the one that ran from Benin down to Onitsha. That is why there is what we call Ahidum, Aga Idum, which is still in Benin today. Go and ask a Benin person that knows what is going on. That's why we have a part in Benin that is called Aga Idum. What is the meaning of Aga? Aga means war. They are the one that was chased from Benin down to Onitsha with the then gun by the Portuguese. Portuguese, they are the one that first of all rule Nigeria, control the affairs of here before the British. and they are the one that named Lagos Lagos. You get the point? So they are, that's why even during the war, Onisha Go did not believe, did not support Biafra, they did not follow Biafra, they did not join us. So what Obi of Onisha is playing now, it is playing. Thank God it was not the one that was given an opportunity to do what? To speak for the chiefs, the elders from the axis of the Biafrans. Thank God somebody like Lawrence, that Enugu man, the former ambassador. Glory be to God for that man was the one that spoke. If not so, Obi of Onitsha would have, sold us obo. Look at the way he just messed himself up. Obi. Do you know the meaning of Obi of Onitsha? That man must be mentally, he must be having scoring. How can you be celebrating your birthday and you are celebrating in a total strange land? You know what that means? It means that you are selling your image and you are selling your head off from your ancestral land. You are separating yourself. So you are trying to show us that you are not part of Biafra. And if you die now, you should not be buried in Biafra. That is what it means. Your head should not be laid in Biafra land. So your ancestors, you must not join your ancestors in the Biafra land. So you want to join a total stranger Yoruba. That means you say Yoruba man. Please, let's search where mama come from, please. And let us ask the woman, even if the mama don't die, the woman don't die. In the spirit, may we ask some question. There is a way to bring spirit to ask them question. Who give am belle of Obi of Onitsha? Because if Obi of Onitsha, na Igbo man truly being papa, he no go behave like that. Why can't Oni of Ife come to Anambra or Enugu or Imo State to come and celebrate his birthday? Have you ever seen them come do that? Or why didn't they come and do that? When see Obi of Onitsha. I don't know. These people, in fact, there are people that are not supposed to be given some certain, any office that is sensible in Igbo land. People like Obi of Onitsha is not supposed to be an Obi. No, he doesn't supposed to be an Obi because he's not behaving like one. With what has happened, he has showcased himself, whom he is. It's just like what the Oba of Benin is. The real Oba of Benin before, do you know what is the meaning of Oba of Benin? The same character of current Oba of Benin is the character of Obi of Onitsha currently. The former of Obi Onitsha cannot do that. Is the people who know the culture, who know what it means to be a traditionalist. Do you know the meaning of traditionalist? Holding a position of tradition, of chief, elder. Baba, there are some things. I'm not saying that that they are above mistake, but there are some mistakes that doesn't supposed to. It's like if somebody want to do birthday, now maybe I want to do birthday, then I now leave my own area, my house. You understand? And begin to rent one hotel. That is stupidity. To go and rent one hotel, do my birthday. That is nonsense. If I want to do my birthday as is being pronounced, I suppose do it in my house. If you come to think of it, eh, my birthday even supposed to be, be celebrated in the place I was born. Obi of Onitsha, are you born in Lagos? Is your ancestors from Lagos? All these people on the Furifu, they are the one betraying Igbo race. They are the one, sabotaging Igbo race. They are the one messing, bringing shame to our ancestors. They are the one making our ancestors to regret, to cry where they are. People like Obi of Onitsha. It's a shame to Obi, to Onitsha, elders, Onitsha, Obis. This very one is a shame and a disgrace to the ancestors. Ojukwu conquer Nigeria. because Ojukwu conquered down to Re. In case if you say that Ojukwu did not conquer or Ojukwu lost the war or Biafra lost the war, then I ask you a question. Where was Nigeria when Ojukwu all the way from Enugu enter Ore? You get the point? Where was Nigeria? I don't know if you have a journey from Enugu. If you have, carry a journey or make a movement from, Ore down to Enugu or from Enugu to Ore, you will see the distance. Then you are talking about conquering. How did you conquer? Where were you when Ojukwu enter Ore? Then I now ask you again, please, I want to refer you back again. What have you ever taken time to ask yourself a question? Why is it that the British stated it clearly that no winner, no vanquished? What's the meaning of that? Have you asked? Because they themselves knew clearly that Nigeria has never conquered Biafra without them, without their support.
So what did you call it? No what?
No victor, no vanquish. Go and do the finding. It's not Nigerian language. It was the British statement, a British man's statement. No victor, no vanquish in Biafra war. And let me tell you, imagine a war you fought. You say you conquer, you win Biafra, you conquer Igbo. In what sense? Where Russia, and as at that time, Russians were they are the war power, USSR. Then, and they are the one that fought Igbo. They joined Nigeria to fight the Biafran war, to fight against Igbos. UK that joined us together under a memo of Lord Lugard. Weasley, the parliament in charge of arms of the UK, was the one who supplied arms to Nigeria and back it up with their support. You get it? Egypt, to thank God, is Egypt, Africa there. You can ask anybody. Egyptians are part of the people who fought Biafrans. Canada is joined to fight. Imagine the powerful nations. Oh, it was only France that tried to help Biafrans. But when they now saw that the powerful nations, the world number one, are the one fighting the war, they withdraw. Because they don't have the strength to withstand them. And that was what even made, if not for American-Russia intervention during Nazi war. You understand? Germany conquered France, conquered UK. Clear, pure, conquered them completely. It was American in the days of Adolf Hitler. That was 1939, Second World War. That ended up in 1945. You understand? If not for America and Russia, that was one of the reasons why today Putin is telling Ukraine that you see Nazi war, they are the one. Crimea was captured by Germany. It was Russia that retrieved it back from Germany. And if you listen to the celebration of Putin, Russian celebration, either 3 months or 4 months ago, whereby Putin stated it clearly, 80 years of the civil of that world war, which they retrieved Crimea. You understand? In the days of Adolf Hitler. These are the people that fought Biafra. And Biafra was able to withhold them for 3 good years. Only single-handedly, without the help of any foreign anybody. And Nigeria is opening mouth to talk. It was the UK help that is giving a button. Now, the Chukwokikabiama, the God of the Biafrans, have risen. God is now putting confusion in the land of the UK. That today UK is like this. They no longer stand again because of what they did to Biafra, to us. They are betrayers, and they are still betraying the world. At least they have shown their picture, their true color now to Israel. They have shown their true color now to America. They are just being crafty. They only can pretend as if they are with you, but they are not. Their own is just to push you. By the time they push you, you move. Then you see that the next thing that we withdraw, and which is Yoruba character. And that is why the highest place a Yoruba man travels is UK. Because they are father and pikin, and they have the same similar character. You get the point? So if not for the UK, there will be no Fulani, there will be no Yoruba, there will be no Nigeria. Because after, if not for them, by now we'll be talking about Biafra. We will not be just, trying to get Biafra now. So Biafra would have been something that they will be saying it as a history when we fought war. This is how we conquer and Biafra stand. But because of these people, and that is why today we are redeeming our image. Because after that war, you see that Ogbonigwe, mass destruction. We are the first people to produce, a very destructive mass one on earth. Biafra. Within the space of 3 months, that was why the UK captured it in even the face of the USSR, Russia. If these people can do this within 3 months, then if you should allow them, these people will take over the world. Oh, and every white man hates black. Every white color hates black. They don't want anything that will make the black to do what? To rise above the white based on their human thinking. And they are seeing Biafrans as a threat. If they should allow them, they will become a threat to the world.